Hold up. There we go. Oh my goodness. Well, hello, good people and Eagle fans. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. Man, it feels good to be back home. Ah, boy, it's 10 o'clock here. It's 7 o'clock in California. I'm glad to say I'm not completely screwed up from the jet lag, only partially. But I'm going to do this and I'm going to bed. I can't wait to sleep in my own bed. I have this problem. I have kind of broad shoulders and I sleep on my side. And so when you sleep on your side, I don't have the right pillow, my neck gets sore. And at the hotel, the pillows they had were super fluffy, but as soon as I put the weight of my big head on it, it would crunch. So when I would sleep on my stomach, I felt like I was suffocating. And then when I would sleep on my side, it would be like my neck would be like this. So I have a hard time finding the right pillows. I like firm pillows, but thin, and usually I'll have like 3 of them to keep my big head up here because it's heavy. And sometimes it's like a baby's head, baby's head kind of flopping around. Well, at nighttime, I just can't get it right. But I have the perfect pillows here for that, and I can't wait to be under the covers in my own bed with my mattress that's firm the way I like it and have those pillows. I'm going to sleep good tonight. But it was a great experience to be there on the West Coast, seeing the Cowboys in training camp, seeing the preseason game, meeting some of the players and so on, and some of the parents of the players and things. Definitely was a worthwhile trip. So a couple of notes on today. The Cowboys found out they're worth $500 million more. They are worth $10.32 billion. And haven't won jack in forever. It would be crazy if they were winning Super Bowls right now. They might be worth $15 billion. If they were winning Super Bowls like the New England Patriots, they literally would be worth probably $5 billion more. That's just my guess. I'm just saying that it seems like winning on top of all the things that you do already would trump all of that and make it even worse. That would make you a global phenomenon, even bigger than what you are right now. So, the Cowboys, somehow the most valuable franchise in the world, is always too broke to pay the players, and they're always hurting for cash and looking for a discount. But what you have to understand is people who are wealthy didn't get that way by giving their money away. In fact, you'll find that most people that have a lot of money like that are not exactly great people when it comes to paying people. Fords, they were terrible. Ford did not want unions, did not want to pay his employees, wanted to work the hell out of him and stuff. Wasn't well liked by his people, but he made a whole bunch of money. Right now, and Elon Musk, ask his employees how he likes to treat them and so on. But be that as it may, that's just the state of the world. If you don't want to have that problem of having to work for somebody who's tight with their money and not wanting to give you your fair share, then start your own business. Work for yourself. That's how you eliminate that issue. Be that as it may, Micah Parsons said, don't worry about CD. He gonna be here for week 1. It's coming. It's coming soon. He'll be here. And it seems like all of the arrows are pointing up towards CD Lamb being done soon. The Cowboys working on it and so on, and maybe it'll happen right away. Tomorrow, as far as I know, the Cowboys are still supposed to be practicing against the Rams. They did a walkthrough today, no pads at all today. So tomorrow will be a padded practice. Dak Prescott was back, of course, at training camp, working out, looking good and everything. Um, Tomorrow we'll be working out against the Rams. And what we found out today, here's an interesting thing, is Cooper Beebe was getting first team reps at center. Now, don't make too much about anything that you see right now in preseason. Preseason is the proving grounds. You know what a proving ground is, right? Like the military would have certain bases that would be, the proving ground where they go out and they test the new shit, okay? Test the new, shore batteries and stuff to see, the guns. There's like Dahlgren that's in Virginia where they test all the new guns and stuff across the Chesapeake Bay and stuff. Or there's APG, Aberdeen's proving ground where they used to test the poison gas and shit like that and stuff. So preseason is the proving grounds of figuring out what works and putting people in positions to find out what they have. It's not about winning games. People are like, the Cowboys choked another one, lost in the end of the game against the Rams. Guys, by the fourth quarter, a lot of the guys that are playing the fourth quarter won't be on an NFL roster. What you do is you put people in situations and see how well they're going to play. That's what you're doing. Try and get them off their comfort level or try and get them to be comfortable. So today, Cooper Beebe was getting first team reps at center. Now, he had all the snaps. So we didn't have any fumbles or anything like that or bad snaps and things. But it's a big transition. And it may be, one, they're giving him an opportunity to earn the starting role over Brock Hoffman. Or two, they want him to have more experience in game playing in case Brock Hoffman goes down. But he did get 55 snaps in the last game, 13 at guard and 42 at center. And I'm sorry about yawning. Forgive me. Like I said, we got on the plane last night, took off at 9:30 West Coast time, which was 12:30 here. And I watched the Planet of the Apes. That last one I watched, it didn't make any sense at all. But I had to keep watching it just to try and figure out what the hell's going on here. So we've got a bunker with weapons in it and stuff, and so we got an ape that wants to get the weapons and thing. Okay. It's like, at some point, they just need to stop because they ruin a franchise. Like the show 24. 24 was great, but then by like the third, fourth season, it was getting to be kind of crazy. It's like, okay, we've gone through these hellacious 24 hours, okay? Yet you should have stopped after 2 years. Okay. But Cooper Beebe has impressed a lot of people so far to give him an opportunity to try and earn that spot. Now, that's not to say Brock Hoffman ain't got something to say about that, because Brock Hoffman, of course, is doing some great things. And it may be they've pretty much already settled on Brock Hoffman being the starting center, but they do want to coach up Cooper Beebe. But then again, who knows? Here's what you have to understand about all of us on YouTube, all of us, and the talking heads. It's all speculation of what they're doing. When we see we see film breakdown, we are making some assumptions about what they were trying to do and trying to figure out what they were doing and trying to say, here's the thing. And guess what? A lot of times we don't know what it was. A lot of times we may see a bad pass and say, what was the quarterback looking? That pass was so bad. Not knowing that maybe the receiver ran the wrong route. Possible. Or maybe the quarterback just threw a bad pass. There's a lot of times things like that happen. And in the same sense, the Eagle fans are having fun because of this one play. It started out Philly 500, tweeted and was saying that Mozzie folded up like a cheap suit on a play because you see the running back, there's a hole right there where the center was. Boom, the running back clearly ran. And they also talk about the linebacker literally looking like he was running away to catch a bus. I tweeted back at Lord Brunson on that one because to me, in my mind, you have stunts and things that go on, okay? You have an X stunt, okay? For example, an X stunt is you've got the edge rusher and the tackle. And what happens is the tackle is rushing outside. And what the idea is, as he's rushing outside, the tackle's going with him, and he ends up also running into the tight end. Then the edge rusher, is going to come in behind him right off his butt, and it's creating a mismatch. So as you're lined up, the responsibility for the tackle is this gap, and the edge rusher is this one. It's to confuse the other teams. But typically, across the line, everybody's got a gap in the call. You'll see what's known as a shade, okay? When I say shade, you have the guy head up. That means you're nose to nose. Shaded means you're on one side of the other, okay? So you can shade a little bit, and usually the shade is just on the outside of the helmet, or you can have a wider shade where you're almost in the gap. And the Cowboys are doing that with Mozzie, and they have him cocked just a little bit towards the center. And this idea is to be able to take on the double teams, so that way you can kind of hit that outside shoulder and have pressure over here to be able to work your way into the gap. But you want to keep your shoulder square. These are things that I learned, and it could be completely wrong. Again, this is speculation. But as I look at this play that forms, I see Mozzie shaded to the center, and it looks like his responsibility is the A gap over here. And then I look at the other tackle, who is shaded on the outside of the guard. And that looks like that's his gap, because when the play starts, he's getting double teamed, and he's holding the line. And it looks like the Mike linebacker, Mike meaning middle linebacker, okay? Everybody has a different terminology. At JMU, we had the Spike and the Duke, okay, as far as our linebackers, because JMU was a dog, okay? That's what they called them, okay? The Spike and the Duke linebackers, okay? The Spike, of course, was the middle linebacker. The Duke was the backside linebacker. Be that as it may, or weak side linebacker. I look at that and I see Mozzie, he's a little bit high, but he's holding that gap. And then I see the other tackle who's taking on the double team, and he's slowing up the guard from getting to the linebacker. And it looks like the other A gap is the linebacker, who's in a good position. All he needed to do was shed the block, take his shoulder, and basically get inside and take care of the hole. He does that, the running back's got nowhere to go, and he's tackled for no gain. But instead, for whatever reason, the linebacker abandoned his gap. I think he thought that the running back was going out wide, and he did a pursuit out there, because he literally is in the hole, and he's gone. And what happens is, when you mess up your assignment, it messes up the whole play. That one guy who had to fill that gap would have stopped that play for nothing. Instead, it becomes a big play. And that's the thing about football, is one guy out of position, one guy making a mistake causes the whole team to lose on that play. What Mozzie did, I'm okay with. What the other tackle did, I'm okay with. My only question is what was the linebacker doing? And if you're hitting the wrong hole, it ain't going to work. So that was my take on it. And again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were two gapping, and Mozzie had responsibility for both A gaps. I don't know. I don't know what Mike Zimmer was calling. We can all look at it and say, here's what we think it is, but the reality is we don't really know. Be that as it may, all of this preseason and this game is about learning and getting opportunities and trying to figure out who are the best 53 guys to keep on this roster and who to bring back on the practice squad. So with that being said, I've talked a lot this evening. Cooper Beebe, best of luck to you, buddy. I want good things for you. Remember, good people, tell the people you love how much you love them, because life is short and life is precious, and you don't want to waste a minute of it. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies, and I love you all. God willing, I'll see y'all first thing in the morning. Yes, I'll wake up in my own bed. I'll come downstairs and I'll make myself a fresh cup of coffee. Oh, my Maxwell House. Oh, my keto coffee creamer, heavy cream. Oh. It's always nice to go away, but so much better to come back home. Peace out.